Ladies and gents, my name is Putty and welcome back for another edition of Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. It is the night of the champions. It's the final show of 2020, the first year of the 20s. I'm not going to add too much fluff in this little intro tonight, mainly because a lot of the stuff that's happening on the show tonight hasn't been like built to or anything like that. Let's just get into the final show of the year, where in the main event of the evening, Fro Sure is going to be taking on Logan Wolfsbane for the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Championship, and also announced mid-month, the monster, the man-possessed Scythe is going to be taking on Ernest Youngman. Let's get into the show. We're going to kick things off with the Ring Generals taking on Archer and Diaz. It is the former World Tag Team Champions taking on the Sam Keith Classic Champions. Archer and Diaz getting a very, very admirable performance. We get the traditional charismatic grappling that we have come to love from Dewey Archer, the architect of your destruction, moving from hold to hold in a flashy manner just to please the crowd. You know, for a guy who claims not to care about the admiration of the crowd, Dewey Archer is often the one to please them, moving swiftly from hold to hold, working that grappling sequence with Deadly Dean Waldorf, one of the strongest grapplers in the business, as they trade holds in a rather flashy manner, escape for escape, perhaps a British-influenced style, very much reminiscent of UK Dragon and other British wrestlers throughout the years that have employed this slick wrestling style. But in the end, the Ring Generals just proved too much of a great tag team, isolating Dewey Archer, isolating them in their corner, switching between the grindy, down-to-earth mat style of Deadly Dean Waldorf and the quick, fast, dangerous throws of Marvelous Mars Stadler, wearing down Dewey Archer, so much so that James Diaz begins to get restless, begins to get a bit rusty standing on the apron there, but in the end, Dewey Archer manages to jump across, pick up the tag with James Diaz. James Diaz tries his very best to use his power, use his aggression to destroy the Ring Generals in whatever way he can, but he'd been waiting on the apron for a good 16 minutes at this point, and he's just too rusty to take advantage. The Ring Generals, with their masterful tag team wrestling, pick up the victory when Dean Waldorf defeats James Diaz by pinfall with a wheelbarrow bomb. Good opener to the Night of the Champions. And then we have the return of Davis Wayne Newton, the triple threat, who doesn't seem to click with Sid Collier, and also his blue-collar gimmick is awful, but he returns, a very great wrestler that we've had here in Mid-Atlantic Wrestling a couple of times, and he has a good showing, really, in his opening match. He talked on the radio a couple of weeks ago about how he doesn't like his first match with the promotion, so this was definitely an admirable effort from the triple threat, picking up the victory here with a great STF. You know, Davis Wayne Newton mixes in that quick, high-flying action with a fluid, technical wrestling style that has really earned him a lot of fans across North America, starting really in Canada with 4C and now moving to our other affiliate down in Puerto Rico in FCW. In a worse match, though, we have Kamikaze and Huracan just taking their extreme styles to the limit as these two just throw each other, throw their bodies on the line. They're both high flyers. They're both fast-paced, reckless wrestlers. Huracan, with the more traditional lucha libre style, is now taken to making a few appearances down in Oli and our counterpart down there, thanks to our talent relationship. But, he mixes in that high-flying lucha libre attitude with a bit of technical wrestling and brawling. Same with Kamikaze, whose big style is that he'll do absolutely anything. He doesn't care. He's part of the Devil May Care stable. He'll use his body as a weapon, and he doesn't care if he gets a broken bone or a concussion here or there, because the glory in the end is all worth it. But tonight, Huracan, with his first ever victory in professional wrestling, an absolute huge achievement for him. Maybe this is the start of something great for the youngster, picking up the victory with a Huracan roll. And the Heartbreak Express are here for one night only. They were in the local area, and they decided to take on the Blazing Saddles. Cowboy Brad Blaze and Cowboy Buck Winchester, as the Blazing Saddles pick up the victory with the Dallas Drop. Brad Blaze picking up the victory after defeating Ralph Liotta. Very traditional brawling back and forth match here. Not particularly exciting between these two very traditional tag teams. And in our mid-show main event, Superb wrestling, good heat, 81B. Scythe defeats Ernest Youngman with an underworld spike in around 30 minutes. As you can see, this was an exceptional match for MAW. Ernest Youngman with that charismatic grappling style, although he seems a little unsure of himself tonight. He's lost a lot of big World's Championship matches over the last couple of months, and a couple of times he hesitates, and that's enough, really, for the monster, Unleashed Scythe, to just take advantage of an uncertain Ernest Youngman, brawling and nastily wearing down the ace, sticking his boot in his throat, nasty kicks and elbows, breaking open Ernest Youngman, and it's a very nasty experience to the crowd, who have grown to really like Ernest Youngman over the last couple of years. He's always said he doesn't want to have an ego about himself, but he's definitely gained some sort of confidence as he's won the World Championship on 3 separate occasions. But the crowd still like Ernest Youngman because he does work hard and he does things by the book, and he's got that charismatic style that's really easy to watch. He's easy on the eyes, both, sexually and, not sexually, but like physically attractiveness wise, but and also in the ring, and his style is just so fluid and wonderful to watch that he's very, very good at picking up new fans in the crowd. And indeed, seeing this monster Scythe over the course of a good 30 minutes just brutally destroying Ernest Youngman in so many ways is certainly hard watching for these fans who have grown to really enjoy the style of Ernest Youngman. And Scythe, not only is he brutally destroying somebody that the fans really like, but he's also disrupting Ernest's style. He's very much, every time Ernest tries to do that flashy grappling the crowd loves, Scythe just hits the ropes, bam, lariat. Just really, really nastily playing to the crowd's desires here to absolutely stop Ernest Youngman in his tracks, and in the end picks Ernest Youngman up. And Scythe looks like an absolute demon at the moment. He was absolutely amazing before his loss to Island by Apollo, but since his return and his dropping of his manager, Vinny Cruz, Scythe has just seemed like a monster with no control, no barriers, and he just thrusts his thumb into Ernest Youngman's throat there with an underworld spike, and picks up the victory. Devil May Care defeat Team Progress in 13 minutes and 51 seconds when Stuntman defeats Robin DeLay with a jump the shark. Devil May Care retain their tag team championships. Just proving that it wasn't a fluke back in... I think this is the 4th time these guys have actually gone at each other this year, with Team Progress actually winning the titles off Devil May Care, I think. Or maybe it was the Ring Generals, I can't really remember. But Devil May Care pick up the victory on this occasion, showing that their victory at Where It All Begins Again was not a fluke. They put their bodies on their line, they're very reckless. They don't care if they take injuries, because it's all about that tag team championship glory. And indeed, despite the best efforts of the man, the myth, the legend, Robin DeLay, Papa Dan is in the end defeated. Or actually, Robin DeLay is the one defeated by the jump the shark. But Robin DeLay was definitely not the weak link of that tag team. Not saying Papa Dan is, but Robin DeLay is a very impressive athlete, and again, this match definitely shows it. Fro Sure comes out and does his catchphrase for the fans, pops the fans. I don't know about a catchphrase, but he gets on the mic and says that this is his last chance. But it is time to take that title home. Take this last opportunity before his contract runs out. Can he do it? Well, in a match that had great wrestling, good heat, Logan Wolfsbane defeated Fro Sure by stoppage. So what happened in this match is that it was a traditional back and forth brawl between these guys, really fast-paced stuff. Fro trying to prove that he's got what it takes. Fro really fighting with a chip on his shoulder, trying to throw those punches, his lefts and his rights, to try and really get the crowd on his side. And indeed, the crowd are totally into it. They really want Fro to succeed here. They do think it is his last chance. And so the Charlotte Garden, a place known for its fantastic atmosphere, begins to come to life. And Fro begins to feed and suck in all the energy here at the Charlotte Garden. And he comes at Logan Wolfsbane with his furious fists. Just comes at him as fast as he can, trying to put the monster Logan Wolfsbane, or I guess he's not a monster, but the freak of nature Logan Wolfsbane off his game. But Logan Wolfsbane's having none of it. Logan Wolfsbane keeps up the momentum, keeps up the pressure on Fro Sure, brutally attacking Fro Sure's left leg, brutally attacking Fro Sure's lower back, with his nasty half crabs that Logan Wolfsbane likes to employ, just working on Fro's lower back, really punishing and hurting the lad from California, the lad who all he wants to do is just keep a roof over his wife and kids' heads, and he thinks this is his last opportunity, and he keeps fighting. He won't be kept down just by a little bit of back pain. You know, it is some nasty stuff. He's almost certainly injured a good portion, like 10 minutes into this match, in his lower back, but he won't just go down without a fight. He will keep fighting. He will get to his feet and keep throwing punches because he thinks that this is his last opportunity, and every second he wants to fight and claw and fight for that that regional championship, because that's his ticket to the good life. And he keeps fighting, and Logan Wolfsbane just keeps trying to put him down. Keeps trying to put Fro Sure down, but Fro Sure will never give up. And he keeps fighting, and Logan Wolfsbane got him locked in the half crab, pulling back on that right leg, just really putting all the pressure on Fro's lower back, and Fro just refuses to give up, even though he's in the middle of the ring. He's trying to claw himself to that bottom rope, and Fro's leg snaps. Just it looks bad. His leg is in absolutely. He's in a bad way. That leg is not meant to bend that way. Logan knows that something has gone wrong here, and Logan immediately releases the hold. And the referee checks on the leg, and he says, "Fro, do you want to continue?" And Fro says, "Yeah, of course. I'll fight through this." And Fro tries to get to his feet, and he just collapses. And that right leg is not looking good. That right leg is looking bent in a way it shouldn't bend. And a couple of medical professionals come out. They whisper something to the referee, and it does seem like Fro Sure's leg is broken. The ref rings the bell, and Logan Wolfsbane is still the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Champion. And after the match, Fro Sure is in the middle of the ring, and he's being treated by the medical professionals, and he just pushes the ref away. He just really violently pushes the ref away from him as the ref is trying to check on him, very angry that the referee has stopped this match. And the medical professionals try and calm Fro down, and eventually he does a stretcher job. Fro Sure has failed his last opportunity, and as we learned a couple of months ago, his contract is up this month. But he's probably got more problems than that, because Fro's leg is broken, and he might not be able to wrestle for a little while anywhere, let alone MAW. So not only has he failed to get that ticket to the good life, but maybe his one source of a paycheck is gone. Maybe that one thing that's been able to keep the roof over his wife and kids' heads is gone. It's a terrible time for Fro Sure. But hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Check out the rest of the series. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the rest of the series. I think I already said that. If you're feeling particularly generous today, there's a link to my Patreon in the description. And if you want to hear a random Welshman rant about things, there is a link to my Twitter in the description. I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoyed 2020 in the MAW world. I hope you guys are excited for 2021. I certainly am. I have a lot of cool things on the docket. I really like that we're settling into a groove here. We're not doing anything revolutionary anymore, and I don't think we've ever been doing anything revolutionary. But there are a few characters that I really enjoy booking, and I hope you guys are still enjoying the series. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.